694.
Check 50, check 50.
White Monday. Hey, 734.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Bo Scarborough, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the Panthers coming out now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, here's Newton. Pass incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
780.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And they still need 6 yards here on third down after the penalty. From the gun, Newton. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Anything moves, we get it. Anything moves, we get it. Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
He'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And all the way down to the 35. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
On 1st, here's Washington. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He completes it to Bryant. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Hey, you got 3. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Switch. Hold the look.
A handoff to Washington. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
He's going to get it running right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they run with the backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Do some. Express. Do some. Hey, get right down.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. A very solid gain of 27.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On first down, Newton. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and goal from the 1. Newton. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. From the gun, Newton. And the Raiders have got him. Shane Ray. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And I think the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. And Gould is able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now here come the Raiders. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Detroit! Gone!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Watch it now, Barney! Leopard!
They'll run. It's Washington. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. Here comes Johnson on the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the give, this is their fullback. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Well, that one's hard to believe. Not something you see every day. A very long run for the big guy.
Normally we see his counterpart, right? The scat back, the guy with the so-called speed. But we saw a little bit of everything there, didn't we? The big, powerful man with the football. He can also stretch it out a little bit in the open field.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now here's Johnson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw, Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Rock now. Good. 20. Look at him.
To throw is Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Hot.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Over.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Hey, you got 3. Gun!
On 2nd down, Washington. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Leopard! Over! Gun! Slam! Back
Washington on 3rd and short. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back now in the East Bay.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On 1st and goal, Washington. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
20.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
20.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They give it to Rawls. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Back to the ground on 1st. Again, it's Rawls. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Great. 20. Set. 180.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
20.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. So tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. 1st down, this is Rawls. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Third down. Here's Rawls. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it with the option right. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run with their fullback. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Panthers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Do something.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Oakland, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4.